Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Luxury Live Shows. Hello, Lexies, actually, I should say. I should get used to saying hello, Lexies. Welcome back. Beside me is my partner in crime and good friend, Kat L. Of course, if you're new to this show, this is a weekly live stream that both Kat and I host on each other's channel. Well, we host alternatingly every week on each other's channel. Okay, so this week, the topic is we're going to compare and do a battle of our puffer bags, the two most popular puffer bags out there right now. So I have the Chanel 19 and Kat has her Saint Laurent Loulou puffer bag. Both of our bags are in the small size. We actually do have a few slides for you guys. So let me share my screen because we wanted to do a proper comparison for you guys. So we even measured the weight and all those things. So we have some slides to show you. And while I share my screen, how are you guys doing?
Yeah, I see all the comments coming in. I can see Connie saying, I want the both Chanel 19 and Puffer. Yay!
Yeah, they're really awesome bags. You know, they're a little different, but that's why we're here to talk about it, because we have these two bags. Okay, so just a little quick reminder, as per usual, after the presentation, we're going to do live Q&A. So you're free to ask any questions you have about these bags or about anything. And just make sure that you type a bunch of question marks in front of your questions, because otherwise it's really hard for us to spot them. So make sure you put question mark, question mark, question mark in front of your actual question. Okay. The battle of puffer bags. Let's talk about their prices first. Oh my goodness, the price difference. So like I said, both of our bags are in the small size, so that's what we're comparing. These are the prices that I found on their official website. So on Saint-Laurent's website, the Loulou puffer bag in the small size retails for $2,050 plus tax, or in Canada, $2,730 plus tax. In Singapore, $2,890. So roughly 3,000, 3,000 Canadian dollars. Oh my gosh, this Chanel 19 is like 2.5 times more. Well, is it 2.5 times? Yeah, it's almost 2.5 times, because 6,475 plus tax is kind of crazy. And yeah, that is the main difference, the price point. Now let's talk about the weight. They're very similar, actually. I was surprised. I guess there's quite a bit of leather on the Loulou bag too. So as you can see on Kat's beautiful picture of her really funky scale, the Loulou puffer small size is about 680 grams. So that is roughly 1.5 pounds, whereas mine is about 100 grams more, just under 100 grams more. So mine is a little heavier, but it's probably because of the thick chains. So that's the weight for you, those of you who are wondering. By the way, I did remove my organizer when I measured the weight. So the organizer itself weighs about 57 grams. So if you add the organizer, it's closer to 2 pounds with the bag empty. Okay, in terms of the length, I actually didn't know that her bag, Loulou bag, was 1 inch wider. So it's actually really big. Like, I didn't know that your bag was this wide and big.
Yeah. So I think it's because it's also, like maybe it's like almost like a jumbo. I can't remember how big is a jumbo, but it is, well, compared to the other Loulou puffer, which is the medium size, which is so much bigger. This seems comparatively small. But yeah, I remember trying the Chanel 19, and this is a little bit bigger. I think it's because maybe it's so much more like squished out, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I was just surprised when I saw the actual number, because for sure the small size is in between the medium, large, and the jumbo. So if yours is closer to the jumbo, then yeah, it makes total sense for sure. And then the height, your bag is also a bit taller, about 1 inch taller. Mine is about 7 inch tall. And then the width, mine is actually less than yours too, because the top tapers about to 2.5. So the top is pretty much the same. But the
Yep.
bottom, mine is only
Wide.
3-inch wide, whereas yours is 4.5-inch wide. So your bag is actually pretty big considering.
Yep.
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
big.
yeah. And then we also measured the strap drop for you guys. Kat's bag is a little longer both ways. So I guess when you wear it on the shoulder, it's about 11-inch, and then the longest length is 20-inch. So that's a pretty good drop. It's a pretty average. Yeah, it's a pretty good average drop, whereas mine is 18.5, so it's a little shorter, but perfect for someone short like me. I'm only 5'4", and then the little top handle is about 3-inch drop. So you can also easily do the crook of your arm as well. All right, so before we exit our slides, so we're gonna, of course, talk about our bags. We're gonna talk about what we like about it, what we don't like about it, the main points, you know, and then we're also gonna show you, while we do that, show you what's in our bags, or we're gonna do a what's in my bag section. And these are the things that we try to coordinate, like similar things to put in the bag so that we can see when we do it both together how it looks like. And I tried it and I was like, oh, I've never actually put so many things in my bag. It's like so full. And I had to remove my organizer because, yeah, let's show you guys. So I had to remove my organizer because otherwise it wouldn't fit all of those things.
True. Okay, let's start. Let's do a live what fits in my bag. Let's go with this one.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, let's go.
So Kat doesn't have her regular mini pochette with her, so we're just gonna use our mini, like the small pouch from the Muzi pochette. And mine fits, like, you know, perfectly because it's pretty wide.
Phone?
Sure. I have the iPhone XS Max, so the largest phone.
This is the 6. This is the 6S. I still have the 6.
Is not a Max?
Is it the Max? Let me just check.
I think it's the Max. It looks like the Max, actually.
It's huge. It's not the Max. Oh, well, it could be. It's quite big.
No, it is the Max.
Okay.
It's the size of your hands. So I'll put mine behind the pouch because I like to put flat things in the back so that.
Yeah. Okay.
How about the
keyring holder?
Oh, sure. I like to stand these up, so I'll put it standing up, like
same
the side.
Yeah.
You see it?
Okay. What else do we have the same?
What about the wallet?
Oh, well, wallet. Okay.
Yeah, because I like to put the bigger things first, and then everything else it can go on the sides. So I'm gonna put this like this.
Mine's in front of the phone. It's like flat. Let's.
Okay. It's getting a little crowded.
Yeah. Okay. This one, coin.
Yeah, the coin purse. I'll put it right beside the.
Oh, you're putting it there. Okay. Mine's like so soft. It's at the side here.
Okay.
Okay.
It looks like it still has a lot of room.
A lot of room. I can keep going.
I can put stuff, but it's like it's getting full because, you know, obviously my bag is a little smaller than yours. So you had a little thing like that, right? Okay, yeah. I'm gonna stand that up too. Let's put this here. It's crazy now. It's getting very tight.
Really? Mine's like, keep on going. No, I've got tons of space. Tons.
Yeah.
Okay. This one, 6 key clay.
Oh wait, I already put my keys in there. I don't have another key clay.
Oh, do you have the key clay?
Here, I can grab this.
Yeah. Okay.
Similar. Okay, now it's really gonna be full. My gosh.
AirPods.
Yes, AirPods.
Mine is like only here, like here.
Yeah, I guess because your bag is so much taller than mine.
It's
not only taller, but it's also wider. Yeah. I really have to rearrange. Like, I already have to start like sliding it into the slots. Like, it's right there. My AirPods right there.
Yeah. Okay. I can put it anywhere. It's like there.
Yeah, mine is like right there.
Okay, so lipstick.
Yeah, our
We have
lipstick.
both
I'll
of
put
us
it right
the
on
same
top
one.
of my AirPods, I think.
Okay, I'll put it on top.
There's
as well.
nowhere else to go.
Tons of space, you can see. I've got, like,
Because I need my room for on top for the sunglasses, you know.
okay, I'm gonna put that on top.
Oh, do you have your sanitizer?
I couldn't find it.
Oh, no worries. I'll just put it on top. It's fine.
Okay, we'll finish with the sunnies.
Yes, and sunnies.
Yeah, on top.
So mine just sits on top. Mine always sits on top like that.
Mine is
It's
like
literally full.
no tons
It's
of
full. But it closes. And it's really heavy. I never pack it this full. It's kind of crazy.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna grab a few more things since
Sure.
we can add more. Hang on.
Well, I actually have the back pocket, which actually has stuff in it. I forgot to take out the back pocket stuff. So yeah, my back pocket, I actually already had my card holder. So that's where my card holder was. And then I also had my card keys right here. So my card keys and my card holder was in the back. And the back pocket of this bag also has a magnetic closure. So yeah, actually, yeah, my card holder was in the back. That's why I couldn't find it. I'm like, where's my card holder? It was already in the back.
Okay, so I could go in with like a little more, like a small more card holder. It's got like this got like 7 cards. Slot that in. I could let me just see what else I could. Okay, I'm going to be a bit crazy. I've got my agenda, which is really big. And I'm just gonna like.
I can maybe add a tissue because that's kind of soft, so I can just add it in like on top. Literally.
Okay, it's very fat now. But my agenda, really so there's more space here and here. So it's very. I think it's because it's like tapered at the side. You can fit so much in this. I mean, it weighs.
Yes, it's heavy now. It's a brick.
Okay, that's funny.
Okay, so that was what's in our bag. So literally, like mine is full to the brim, like you guys saw, full to the brim, and I also have a couple items in the back pocket. My card holder and my card keys were in the back pocket, actually. Wow, and it's really heavy now. So as you can see, when it's completely full, and of course I don't have my organizer. With the organizer, there's no way I can fit all that. But when it's completely full, you see how puffy it is. Like it's literally taking up all the spaces. And yeah, but the back pocket, I only put like really slim things. So there's my card holder and my card keys, like I said earlier. So card holder.
But you know what? Even though it looks full, it still looks very like seamless. But yeah, when this is full, it's like a big bag.
Yes, it's true. Well, but you have more stuff than me. You have your agenda in there, right?
Oh no, I took it out. I just took it out.
Oh, you took it out. Okay.
We're about the same. See? It looks so much more bulky,
right,
compared to yours, and we have the same amount of stuff.
Right. But it actually fit like this. I never carried this much ever anyway, but this probably fits as much as my jumbo single flap. Like the single flap. I don't even have a double flap. I have a single flap. It's like a lot of stuff. Yeah. Because of the back pocket too, because I totally forgot that I had my keys and cards in there too.
That was fun.
Okay, so maybe I'll ask you. So maybe I'll ask you 3 things that you like about your bag, like the main things.
Okay. So the first is that I really love how squishy it is. It is buttery soft. This is lambskin, and when I first saw this, I guess when I first saw this online, like a lot of people were unboxing it and revealing it. It doesn't actually look so good on camera. It just looks a bit like a bag, like a jacket in a bag. it looks much better in real life. Like in real life, when you see the leather and you just like touch it, it's, oh my gosh, so soft. So that's definitely one thing that I love about this bag. And okay, so the second thing that I like about it is the fact that it's, I don't know, it looks like this. I like this pattern, like it's like an envelope. I kind of like this fold. It's not everybody's thing. Like maybe people don't
like the shape like this, you mean, right?
Yeah. Okay. And it's different. It's different from my other bag. So I kind of like it. I find it's unique, right? And because it's folding this part, you can actually put very tall, you can put taller things, and it kind of like envelopes the stuff in the bag. So I love that about it. And I also, okay, this one actually, I don't know if I love. I'm a little bit undecided with this color. So with the gold, sorry, with the silver hardware and the black, obviously this is like the classic color. I think if this was gold, I think I would also really love it. I love the hardware with the shiny one, the gold hardware. I think the YSL gold hardware it's like super, super sparkly and shiny. And if I were to get another bag, it will definitely be the gold with the white, because it looks like, I don't know. I think the sparkly version the shiny version is so like jewelry. It looks like jewelry. So with this bag, I like it. I like the thinner hardware, but it doesn't sparkle as much. But it's still good. It's still good. So I do like it, but I feel like if it was gold with the shine, I would love it.
So you would actually prefer it to be more like the dressy hardware, because it's
sort of like the
usually
Dior.
is more dressy.
Dior. You know your Dior, your mini Dior?
Yeah.
You know
like
that
the light champagne gold? Oh, that's what you want. Oh.
Yeah. And you get that with the white bag.
Oh, I see where you're coming from. Okay. I've never actually seen the white bag in person. Not even, I don't know if I've ever even seen it before until I saw your picture.
So the Dior one is even more sparkly, shiny. The gold one is more vintage. But I like the way the hardware looks with the bag. I feel like because the bag is already so like not, I don't want to say rugged, like almost like biker, very lazy like. I feel like this chain makes it a little bit more feminine.
Yeah. So let me also ask you about the leather. So because you've tried the Chanel 19 before. I don't know if you tried the lambskin or the goat skin. How does it feel in comparison?
Ooh. Actually, they feel about the same. This leather, which is lambskin, feels a little bit more like Chanel's goat skin. A little bit.
Oh, is it? So it's actually more elastic, like more.
Yeah. Like more. It's got a bit more push to it. It's hold, like stretch. So it's a little bit like the goat skin, but not as rubbery. So the goat skin to me has a bit of more of a rubbery feel, but it's still very luxe, like soft luxe goat skin. So this is sort of like that. So it's but it's still very soft like the lambskin. So it's like kind of like in between, but more on the goat skin side. Because the lambskin with Chanel it's like butter. Okay.
Oh, but have you actually tried the lambskin Chanel 19 though?
I've tried the white version. It's soft, but it's not like the trendy CC's lambskin, because the trendy CC's lambskin is like
your fingernails can scratch it, like
literally.
It's
like silk. Okay, it's like butter. It's like leather silk. It's
so
soft. Whereas the Chanel 19's lambskin, it's got a bit more toughness to it. So I would say this is like more leaning towards the goat skin, but it's still soft like a lamb skin.
Okay, okay. Well, thank you. That's really awesome.
What about you? What are the 3 things that you love about your bag?
Okay, number one thing is this handle. It's the thing about because I love the look of your bag, your puffer bag. Like the overall look is beautiful, and I love that the quilts are diagonal and the envelope shape that you mentioned. But for me, the bag is missing. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not really missing on your bag, but like for me, it's missing a feature. I love a good top handle. So this top handle is basically what sold me on this bag. So that's number one. I love a good back pocket. So, I mean, this back pocket is not a deal breaker for me if it didn't have it, because I find myself not really using external pockets unless it's for things that I don't have to reach in all the time, but I know that it's there if I have to. So I always give the example of a parking stub, or if I drove somewhere and I'm gonna park my car for the day and then come back in the evening, like then I would put like maybe my car keys in there, like stuff that I don't really have to think about where it is inside my bag, but if I need to grab it quickly, it's there. So I love a good back pocket, although mine is a little small because mine is in the small size. So this back pocket actually, I mean, I only had my card holder inside earlier, right? And then because the button is right here, right? So it's just the card holder and my car keys in there. So that's the second thing I love about it. And the third thing, I think it's a Chanel signature. I just love a good, like, little turn lock, and you open it and it's like the whole motion of just, turning the turn lock, and it's a Chanel, basically. That's what I love about it. And also I love the lambskin, like you said, like the whole, I've never really had a Chanel lambskin bag before this bag. Now I have 2. And, this really kind of just, opened my mind about lambskin, first of all, but this is so different. It made me kind of really made the jump into liking and loving lambskin. Of course, it's not the same. I know it's not the same, but the fact that I'm able to like just play with this bag, use this bag and everything, and not have to worry, made me kind of just move towards about the appreciation for lambskin. So, yeah,
agree. I love it. I mean, it's a Chanel bag, and everything that you said about the bag, I totally agree. This bag is missing. This is like, where's your top handle? Where is your back pocket? Oh my gosh. Okay, so
what quite different for sure.
What do you
start first? That's the thing. I feel like if you guys are considering these 2 bags, right? I think we said that last time, or I said that one time, that do not buy it because of the price, because that's kind of irrelevant. And of course, this one is way more expensive. Buy it because you really like the style, because they're so different. We're comparing it right now, and we're making it look the same, but not really. They're like so different. The whole vibe is different, right?
Totally. Okay, what do you don't like about it? You start first. 3.
Okay, so what I don't like, the one thing that I don't like about this bag, even though it's a huge feature on this bag, is actually this leather break. Usually when you put a leather break on a metal strap or any sort of shoulder strap, it's to make it more comfortable, right? Not so much with this one, because it's so stiff. Like, look at it. It's like a piece of very thick, very stiff. Like, I'm using force to bend it. Like, I know the more I wear it and the longer I own this bag and the more I actually wear it, it will soften up, but it's just, it's also the placement. It's right smack in the middle. It's like kind of short. So if you're wearing a crossbody, unless you're wearing like exactly on your shoulder and the bag is like literally on your side, then sure, it's on your shoulder. But if you wear your bag in front, this thing is like it's not on your shoulder anymore. It disappeared. You know, it's in the back right now, you know? So that's what I don't like about it. I mean, it's not a deal breaker, but I think everyone talks about this piece, this like whole very heavy. Actually, the heaviness doesn't really bother me in a way. I guess it needed a shoulder break, but it's just that this strap for me, I guess that's number 2. This strap for me is more decorative because I don't really use it. It's there and it makes the bag and it makes the look what it is. But I normally just use the top handle. I don't really use this. Whenever I do use this on my body, it's when I have to go hands-free. And it's usually temporary, like when I'm at the cash register or when I'm getting out of the car or when I'm getting in the car. Like it's usually those scenarios. It's literally a minute. And then I'm back to holding it by hand. So I guess that's 1 and 2, I suppose. And 3 is the price. Because everything else I love about this bag. It's just so expensive. I think it had 3, is it 2 or 3 price increase since I got it?
Yeah, about 2.
Yeah, I mean, it's still, I would still say get it if it's the bag that you want, because yes, there has been price increases, but in the grand scheme of things, because I think right now it's got about 6,500, and I bought it when it was 5,900. You know, it's like 10% extra. I know it's like a lot of money, and then of course plus tax. But if you're not gonna buy it now, unless you buy it pre-love from somewhere, and so you somehow get a discount, and it's somehow like not inauthentic, you know, it's a lot of hoops to jump through. Like if you really want it, just get it now. That's what I will say. Like, because it will always just go up, and don't get it because you think that it will go up in value or whatnot, because we don't know. Chances are it's probably not, because it's still not a classic flap. Like, yeah, it's the price, and then the placement of this strap and the fact that I don't use this strap.
Do you find that you would be worried that this bag may not be around in a
no, I'm not, because I will still love it regardless. And of course, I will never say never that there's a chance that maybe I will get tired of it in how many X years. We don't know, because, you know, my collection, everyone's collection will change over time. But as of right now, and as of right now, me projecting for the next, I don't know, 3 to 5 years, I feel like I would still really love this bag. It's the most different of all my bags, I feel. And this is the size that is kind of in between all my other bags, because I have a lot of mini bags, and then everything else is like kind of larger than this. So this is really in between, which is a perfect in the medium, like the perfect size where I can still use it every day. But if I downsize, it's not going to look like I'm carrying a bag with like an empty bag. It's still kind of small in a way. And when there's not as much stuff in there, it really looks good when you're like, you know, just like squishing it and everything.
Yeah, good one. It's true. I've heard about the leather tab being not so, like, I thought they would make it longer, especially when they reiterated it for the larger size, like the strap length. So I thought this one they would, you know, change the strap as well, but they didn't.
No. And like I said, it's not a deal breaker, and I feel like eventually it will soften up. But also how you place it on your body, it may not be on your shoulder. That's the thing, because it literally just fits the size of a shoulder, I guess. It's like literally. So the moment your bag is in front or on behind you, then this whole thing shifts.
Yeah, totally. Okay.
What are the 3 things that you don't like about your bag, or 3 main things that you're less crazy about?
Well, number 1 is definitely it doesn't have a back pocket. Like, oh my gosh, bags must all have back pockets. Though I'm kind of getting used to it. So let's talk. Okay, that's not really like what I don't like about it. What I don't like about it is the magnet. So I think I've talked about YSL's magnets. They are insanely strong. Like, I don't know where they get their magnets from, but it's a little bit excessive. I know it's very good if you're like going into some area that you need protection, but if you're going to some area that you need protection, why are you bringing your luxury bag, right? So like, you don't need such a strong magnet. So this strong magnet, it has like let me just, okay, so it has like a little bit of kind of like a hook. I would say like a hook to the magnet. So you gotta kind of like clip it over, and then once it gets clipped like this, it's so strong. Like, can you just see my veins? Like, I am okay.
Oh, so I thought, okay, because remember we talked about magnets on a lot of the Saint Laurent bags. I can't remember, it was like maybe a couple of live streams ago. I thought you said that it was less strong on your bag already.
Yeah, it is. So it's less strong, but it's still really strong. If you've tried the collage magnet, the college, that is not even like, I could do this. That is like hold and pull. This is sort of still, it's a little better, but they need to chill with the magnets. On the pro side of the magnet is when I'm carrying it on my shoulder, because it's so strong, I can just walk around without really clipping the bag in. Even like this, and I'm just pulling the bag, it doesn't open. It doesn't really open. The magnet is it's so strong. Look at that. Okay, obviously if I'm bouncing around, then it'll open.
Yeah.
But if you've got like not many things in your bag, you don't really need to get it clipped exactly in its spot and locked, because the magnet is so strong that the connection doesn't allow the bag to flip. So on a hindsight, yes, a strong magnet is good, but once they lock and connect, it's like okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so no, you go on first. I'll tell you.
I was gonna ask. So I don't know if you've noticed, does it make a difference if your bag is super full versus when it's not super full? So is it harder to open when it's not super full, like that type of thing?
Oh,
because right now your bag is full.
That's true. That's a good question. I think when my bag is not so full, what will happen is I will press a little bit more to get a grip, but it's quite minor. It's quite minor. But now that my bag is so full, I'm gonna sit up. My bag is so full, I can't really do that whole walk around, because it will flip open. So when it's not so full, I can sort of get away with not locking the magnet. But anyway, because the magnet is so strong, what will happen? The second thing that I don't like about it is that because I am using my fingers like this, and pulling, I get a lot of scratches here.
You already have scratches?
I know.
You don't have scratches yet?
Everybody's like, scratches.
Actually, maybe there's one, but it's really so minor you can't see it.
I'm trying to. Oh my god.
So all your scratches are from your fingers pulling that area then? It's like,
okay, obviously with the webcam it's not gonna work. When I do my full review video, I'll take some photos. Yes, it's from my fingernails. It's not that bad. Like, it's not like, you're scraping it. Just please don't do that. But I am careful. But no matter how careful I am, sometimes when I'm walking, I'm not really mindful. I'm like, I need to pull it. I need to take out something. So just this digging motion, and I'm like, oh crap. There's like a few of them, but they're really light scratches. Those that I probably could buff out. So that's the second thing. It's all because of that magnet. I hate you. Okay, the third thing is something that I probably will need to monitor over time. So can you see the bag is the two straps are pulled from this side, and over time, I feel like the bag would concave in. I'm not sure if y'all understand what I mean, but you see, the more I pull, can you see it's like sort of like sinking in here?
Like
yeah. Can you see that?
Yes, I see. Because of the way it closes.
And the way the straps are being pulled this way.
Yeah.
So the bag will kind of sink in. Honestly, it won't like collapse in because you will have your things inside to stop the bag from like squishing to the middle. But I think if you always carry this bag with only a few things, like maybe just your handphone, and I don't know why you would need such a bigger bag, but if you just carry a few things, I don't know. I just feel like this part will have that sink. However, it's not such a big issue if you don't really care, because when you carry it, you're gonna sink. You're gonna squash it anyway. So, something that I'm monitoring that I feel like, oh, is that a design flaw? Whereas your bag doesn't have it, right? Your bag is straight.
Yeah, well, the thing is my bag, I think because I have it in size small, because the common thing that happens to the Chanel 19, the larger sizes, is that if it's not as full, but there's still enough stuff inside, it can look saggy, like this part can sag. And it can look like this two part is really pulling the bag, except that this is sagged down. But yeah, like right now I am actually pushing it, but otherwise if I don't push it, it's actually fine because it's the size small. I feel like I choose small size bags for a reason, for kind of making it look new longer, but also because it does keep its shape better over time anyway, just because it's more compact, right? So I think it does happen on the 19, but on the larger sizes, not so much on the small size.
Yeah, so those are the three. At least the two things that I don't like is the magnet and then the way you have to open it like this. Even if the magnet was a little softer, you still have to do this motion. And because it's lambskin, there's a higher chance of you scratching the inner side of the bag compared to yours, which is a turn lock. Because it's just a turn lock, you're just using kind of like your fingertips to just flip open the bag. Whereas for this, you actually need a little bit of force to pull it. And somehow these things, will scratch, right? And the third thing would probably be the chain, the way it's structured. I just feel like it's not a problem because the bag itself is so squishy, and it's the whole look. But I'm just wondering if I bought, let's say, like the larger sizes, whether this kind of like the concaveness of the bag would be even more obvious, and whether that would look nice. I'm not sure. To this size is still manageable because when you put your wallet, your phone, you've got maybe a longer thing. You can't really see it, and it's not a huge issue. But I feel like if you're looking for the bigger ones, that curve would be, I don't know, would it be attractive? I don't know. Something to think about.
It's true, though. I haven't really seen a lot of, I don't even know if I've ever seen a medium-sized Loulou puffer unboxing. I've seen a lot of your size.
Chase Amy.
She has the medium size?
She has the bigger one, yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
And Mel in Melbourne has the big one as well.
Really? They both have the biggest ones?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't
know. One slides up from this.
Okay.
So yeah, those are the few things, but let's summarize it. Do you love your bag?
Yeah. Do you guys have these two bags, and how you're liking yours? By the way, let me ask you, Kat. So now that you've owned yours for 2 weeks, I think, week and a half, 2 weeks,
third week.
Okay, yeah. So I know that you bought it because you fell in love with the bag, but does it make you want the Chanel 19 more or less because you already have this?
I was having a chat. I don't know if Clara is here. I was having a chat with Clara, and I was telling her, I love this bag so much, and I think my urge for Chanel 19 is over. I can't stand their prices because I just can't. I cannot accept that Chanel is so expensive right now, and I think it's also the fact that I could have bought it when it launched. That was a year and a half ago, but because they didn't have stock and all that. And now it's at $7,000. It kills me. It kills me. But, you know, price aside, money no issue. I think I think I still would get the Chanel 19 because now that I'm more comfortable about feeling of squishing the bag. I really love the feel of the bag. If money wasn't an issue, that price maybe had a discount. Why not? Why not?
Yeah. Okay, so basically you just love the style anyway, but you're not gonna get it because it's just too crazy expensive.
Too crazy expensive. I feel like I
have to agree with you. I think I even said, I either told you that or I even said it on a video that when I bought this bag, because this was my most expensive bag when I bought it, I was like, I just couldn't believe I made the plunge. Because I was hoping when I went to Chanel to not like it. But of course, I had to check it out in person because you're always going to think about it, right? So when there was one in the small size available, finally, I had to go and check it out. And of course, I fell in love with it. Like, there's no way I'm not coming home with it. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm actually buying it and bringing it home. But anyway, it was already done. It's mine. It's forever gonna be here.
I think, but I think for me personally, because I do have other bags that I want to buy. So I think that's also, I'm putting into perspective of why I would rather buy another bag now. I'm talking about another Chanel bag now. Like if I had to prioritize in terms of what I want to get my Gabrielle bag. And that price is going up. So for me, the Chanel 19 has sort of like moved out of what I'm willing to pay, because at that price point, I'm like, well, maybe I should just get my classic flap. So it has moved to a price point where I am kind of like, not so sure. I love the bag. Right? I love it. It's like beautiful. It's got a back pocket. It's everything. It's one of those bags that it's different. So just putting into perspective that's the reason why. But if there's no other bag that I want, I think why not?
Yeah. Makes total sense.
Yeah.
Makes total sense. All right. Got it. Thank you so much. Okay. I see a lot of comments. Connie says, oh my gosh, I want both of them.
I should put it here. Right now.
Oh, I wish I had a space to put it here, but you guys know how it looks like. I don't know. I feel like maybe comment below or comment in the chat if you are a fan of any of these two bags. Because I know some people are not. They're not a fan of puffer bags at all. Which one do you recommend? Which one do you love, Shanna? Because I feel like you have to love it.
Yeah, they're so different. I think at the end of the day, end of this whole life, and because people are always comparing the Chanel 19 and the puffer, I can tell you that they are so different. I've seen the Chanel 19, I've seen the puffer. They're so different. They're so different bags. The only similarity is they are puffer bags.
Exactly. And I think I asked you this question and you already answered it. So basically, yes, you love it, but you're not going to get it right now because you have other things that you'd rather get. Let's see.
And the other thing is the Gabrielle. It's like haunting me.
Why is that? Because of the new size?
No, I missed that bag. Like when I sold my Gabrielle medium, I sold it with the mindset that I'm going to get the smaller size and in black. And I have yet to get it because a lot of things happen. But now I'm like, oh my God, I need that bag.
I know, especially because now they have the in-between size, which is so perfect for you because you can still use it for work.
Yeah.
And
So
it fits more than my size because my size is it's still generous, like it's still more generous than the rectangular mini, for example, but it's still a small bag. It's still quite small. I think for most people, they're not like me. Most people carry way more
you
than
know
I do.
the thing is when I started to what do you call it? What's the word when you think about it? You um call out to the universe like, okay, Gabrielle back, Gabrielle back.
Attracting.
What's it called?
Attracting to your life?
Attracting, yeah, anyway, I started to see so many people carry the Chanel Gabrielle black small. I was like, oh my gosh. Okay, I get it. I get it. I'm getting it.
Yes, get it, girl, get it.
Coming.
Okay, Deborah asking, the thing I like so much about the YSL is that one can double at the strap, like the Chanel Classic, yes. And the chains aren't as heavy. Bummer that it doesn't have a back pocket though. Yeah, true.
Yeah.
So true.
Maybe if it had a back pocket, then maybe if it had a back pocket and ask me again if I still want the Chanel 19, then I might actually say no, because there are those little features of this bag. I'm like, yeah, back pocket, where are you?
But so Rio is also saying he wishes that there is a top handle like the Chanel 19. The thing is with back pockets, like I said earlier, depending on how full your main compartment is, sometimes back pockets are not as accessible. It's
That's
good
true.
to have one, of course, but like I said earlier, I don't really use it. I only put stuff that I know is there, but I don't really need to reach in very often because usually with back pockets, they're not super generous. Like they're just slim. This one is okay, I guess. It's still better than the classic flop, but I think when I use this bag, I use the back pocket maybe like 5% of the time, like very, very little, very little. So I love that it has it, but it's not a deal breaker for me. But I know what you mean. I know what you mean. The
It's
top
like you
handle,
need
on the
it.
other hand, is a deal breaker. If it didn't have a top handle, I wouldn't have bought the bag for sure.
That's true. The top handle it's like a key feature of the bag. Like,
Yeah, definitely. Because I think it's like one of the first, well, maybe not one of the first top handle bag from Chanel, but one of the first kind of mainstream bag where they actually did a chain handle, right? I guess the chain is a trend now. I agree. The YSL bike is more biker chic, whereas the Chanel is more avant-garde. Yes, Maria.
Actually, while you're looking for the next question or comment, I wanted to highlight one more thing. This bag, it needs to be stuffed. So if you are buying this bag and you decide, you just want to keep it, you're not using it for the week and you're just leaving it on your bed or on your table. One of the things that I noticed is that because I'm doing that and I'm not using it, I'm just sitting it on the table. It sinks. Can you see? It's a slouchy bag. So when you're not using it or you don't have things inside, this bag needs to be stuffed. Like every corner, put like the tissue so that it keeps its shape. Eventually, it will be a slouchy bag. It is a slouchy puffer bag, but if you want to keep it very looking almost creaseless, then this is a bag that you must stuff.
I would echo that as well, except that mine just actually, let me just show it. So mine is in a small size, so it's doing a little better, but that's also why I have an organizer. I like having an organizer just because it stuffs all the corners of the bag. So when it's in storage, when I'm actually not using it, then at least gravity is not going to keep on sinking it, right? Right now, you can't see any sort of creases or wear and tear just because I've been stuffing it with the organizer. But if I didn't, and if it was really old, let's say many, many years later, after owning it for a while, I could also imagine a lot of these different creases forming all around the bag and on top and everything. So I would also say the same thing about this bag. Maybe it's just maybe it's just that because yours, it basically follows your quilt, right? Where the creases are. So this would probably, I don't know. I don't know because I don't want it to happen, but it will it will happen if you, I guess, especially on a larger size, it will happen also. Will happen. Okay. The Block YSL Lulu Puffer also has one in gold hardware, although it's not available at Matches Fashion. Right, true. I think they have it in others, like many other of the, you know, online retailers as well. I'm gonna link it down below.
Bag is soft in reality, yes. Oh, you got the black on black a few months ago. Great, the medium size. My essay said, hold one is definitely a celebrity bag. I know, I feel so cool carrying this bag. I'm like,
okay, I think we kind of we pretty much answered you, Maria, when Kat was talking about what she likes and what she doesn't like. But I guess, would you recommend it?
I do recommend it if you like this style. So it's the kind of bag that I think first thing you need to know is that it's not a bag that will keep its shape, right? If you're worried that, oh, you know, I want to keep it pristine and all, it's one of those bags that for me, when I bought it, in my mind is that I'm going to use, like really use this bag because it's going to be one of those squishy bags that maybe after 1 year, it's going to look even more squished. So if you're okay with that kind of look and you're looking for that kind of bag, then I absolutely recommend it. But if you're looking for a bag that stays pretty pristine and you can sort of keep its pristineness like the Chanel 19, then I say this bag is not for you because when you start to see it looking a little bit like a dumpling, you might feel like you might not like the look anymore. And I would recommend it if you, I'm saying this from a luxury community perspective, I would recommend it if you know that you're going to keep this bag and not resell it. Because this is one of those bags that most likely is has very low resale value. Yeah. So that kind of mindset needs to be set first because, you know, we are so used to always, oh, I get a new thing, resell this. This is one of those bags that you might feel like, oh my gosh, I made such a loss in it.
Oh, it's such good points that you said because I feel like at least with the Chanel 19, so always buy it if you love the style because puffer bags is a totally different style and totally different way of carrying in a way. So only buy if you love it. But at least with the Chanel 19, I feel like there is still going to be a bit of resale value because in the end, it's still a Chanel bag. And depending on the size that you get it in, I feel like always smaller sizes do resell better because, I mean, the prices to begin with is less and smaller sizes tend to be more in demand. Like over time, they tend to be more, they just keep their value better. Of course, never look at like resale value as the main factor for whether you get it or not. But yeah, love what you said about buy it and
love it.
Like you keep it for, yeah.
You know, with like Chanel bags, you can sort of buy it, but you know that your risk is hedged because you can sort of get some value back of it. But with this, with the non-3 main bag brands, Hermes, LV, anything else, I honestly can tell you this is a bag that I buy out of passion because once I touched it, I was like, oh my God. But I know I'm going to get a heart attack if I have to sell this bag because people are going to like lowball me badly. And that's just the nature of it. They just don't see the value of this bag. Plus, because it's a puffer style, it will never look brand new because it's always been a bit squished. So I'm not answering your question directly. Recommend it. I recommend it because I love it. But I'm giving you some points to consider if you're thinking about it.
Awesome. I love what you said. So Shanna, no, straps are not removable at all. Everything stays put, not removable. Cat, some say
YSL puffer is more suitable for autumn, winter. Does the bag make your skin warm and sweaty? Since it's full leather, puffy quilt, and quite big. Are you wearing the bag like a jacket? Just kidding.
I was wondering. You know what?
Yeah,
I feel
I don't know.
I feel like it's okay because even in warmer weather, there's always AC indoors anyway, right?
Yeah.
Like I think I kind of know what Connie means because like in Canada, there's no problem. In Vancouver, there's no problems. But when I'm traveling, for example, when I go to Hawaii or when I went to Singapore, I do notice when I'm really, really hot and I'm outside, that, you know, I get sweaty, and therefore if your bag is crossbody or whatever, then it sticks to you. But once you get indoors, then, you know, that kind of solves the problem. So it's not going to be constantly on you, I feel. Yeah. But that applies to almost everywhere that has really hot summers.
Yeah.
Or just hot weather, I feel. I don't know.
I think I can understand because like a week ago I went to Marina Bay Sands and I was carrying this bag for the whole day. So there were like a couple of times we went outside and we were having like drinks outdoor. So yeah, I can understand what you mean, but it's like sort of like a little bit more sticky, you know, not in like sticky, gluey, sticky way, but like, yeah, you know, like kind of like touching my skin a bit. I didn't really find that as an issue unless you are carrying this bag by the beach throughout, you know, then maybe there will be this situation where your underarm here will be like rubbing against the bag. Possibly, yeah. Not a deal breaker because I don't really do that. Like if I know I'm going to go outside so hot, most likely I won't be carrying my heavy bags. And
yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like if you're really going to the beach, you wouldn't be carrying this bag. You would probably find a fabric bag or like a straw bag or something like that, right? That's what I would do. Like I would just carry whatever bag.
This is a funny point.
I know. I don't think so. I mean, you can go to my Instagram and see some of my photos when I was carrying this bag in the winter. I don't think it looks like a blob.
Bish, bish.
But I don't know about yours, since yours is more puffy, I guess.
I think so. I think with this bag, if I was wearing a Michelin puffer jacket and I carry this, it's gonna look like like everything is mashed up. Like I'm just like, yeah, very comfortable now.
That is really, really funny, actually. Yeah. Okay, KCH. I have a Chanel small 19 and prefer the interwoven leather metal strap on the Chanel bags over the YSL chain strap. Plain chain makes too much noise. Yeah. I actually have to agree with this. I think after owning, which other bag did I have? Oh, yes, it was the Gucci. I had the Gucci Marmont's mini size in the velvet. Did I have any other bags with like lots of chain? No, I think that was the main one that had basically like a pretty substantial chain for such a mini bag. And while it did not necessarily drive me crazy, I definitely noticed that I prefer when a chain has leather interwoven in it, because it does make a difference in terms of noise, in terms of even comfort. I feel like it's more comfortable to have leather interwoven in it. I don't know what it is. It just makes it more comfortable. Maybe there's a bit more padding in between. And I love the look of it also better. I do agree with that.
True.
What do you think?
No, true. It is noisy. It is noisy. It's like Yeah, it is. It's definitely it's got an entrance sound.
Okay, Shannon, Chanel 19 small and classic flap small. Which one would you get? Oh, I think. Mm, mm, hmm.
Oh, this is hard.
No. Okay, I'll go first. For me, Chanel 19 is more of a, like, you get it because it's practical also. Like, of course the look is different, is more chic and more kind of avant-garde, like Maria was saying. But classic flap is just, it's elegant, it's classic. So I'm not really gonna wear the classic flap all that much, although I could, but I don't think I would wear the classic flap as often as I would a Chanel 19, because for me, a Chanel 19 could be more of a playful, more fun, more of an everyday in a way.
Mm.
But I cannot tell you which one I would get because I like both. Oh my gosh, I don't know.
Mm. I'm trying to think, like, let's say if you were asking me to compare the YSL puffer with my Chanel jumbo. So they're similar size, big bags, black bags. One's a very classic design and one is a puffer type of design. I think my answer for that, if right now, I think I would prefer the YSL bag just because it looks more everyday, casual, trendy, fun. It's more relaxed. I find that with the classic flaps, even though, yes, they have good value and everything, they're quite formal looking. They're quite, I mean, they're forever. They're forever bags, and they'll never run out of, never go out of style. But they're a look, they're like, it's not a hard look. It's a very, I don't know, like a
It's almost
classic
too
look.
polished for too
polished,
like,
yeah,
everyday. Yeah.
When you wear it, like whether it's a jumbo or a medium size, there's something about wearing that, and then if you're elevated, but it's that whole look. Whereas bags like the puffer bags and all, they're still beautiful, but it just gives off a more relaxed, day to day, still looking really good, but look.
Yeah.
But we can't choose. We want both.
Exactly. I feel like a classic flap also, because it's a forever bag, it's kind of like a bag that you get because you want to have it in your collection. It's kind of like a must have in a way, regardless of size. For me, it would have to be like, maybe it has to be like a color that is so special. Because I wouldn't really wear a classic flap all the time, first of all. So if I get one, it has to be such a beautiful, like unusual, or maybe not unusual, but like a beautiful color that I love. Yeah, I don't know. That's how I feel about it. I would get both. I'm so sorry, I can't. Yeah, but like I said, the 19 really also, because the thing is, the 19 small and the classic flap small, they're pretty close in price, those two, which is why I'm having a hard time answering this question too, because I would buy the 19 more for everyday use, like Kat said, even though it's not going to be my everyday bag, but it's more like a bag that you can wear every day. But a classic flap is more like, it's special. It's like, if was that one special one from that particular season, then yes, I'll get it. You know what I mean? But it has to be like, oh my gosh, it's taking my breath away. Yes, I have to get it. Yeah.
But we want both. Yeah, I saw this. Okay, so the YSL will finally disappear. Yeah, so with the Nikki bag, I think her next point, I saw it on the Nikki. So the YSL Nikki, because the way the bag sinks in, the YSL Nikki is even more soft. It doesn't have the puff. It's I would say like a thin leather, it really sinks in. It's, to me, really it's a different design. Like, I don't know whether it's supposed to be designed like that or they didn't think about it, but it sinks really badly. With this, I think when the logo will kind of like be squished in and disappear, will probably be with the medium sizes, the size up from this, because it's such a big bag. But with this one so far, I feel it won't disappear entirely. It might have a bit of shading at the side, but I think it will still be okay. But yeah, the Nikki bag has this issue.
Yeah. Okay, Bichua, Chanel 19 or Chanel Mini Reissue Tweed. Which one would you buy first? They are both seasonal. Well, actually, do you mean Chanel 19 Tweed and Chanel Reissue Tweed, or do you mean just any Chanel 19 and then Reissue Mini Tweed? Because Chanel 19 is not a seasonal bag, but it's a permanent style. So the Chanel 19 is going to be back every single season. But if it's a tweed Chanel 19, then yes, it's a seasonal. Then it will be seasonal. Which one would you get first? I think I'm leaning towards Chanel 19 tweed because, yeah, I'm more of a fan of the Chanel 19 if I had to just choose one in between the two. But if I already have a Chanel 19, let's say I already have mine, then of course I wouldn't mind getting a reissue in a tweed that is like extraordinary. That's how I feel about it. I don't know. What's your answer?
19.
Yeah.
19. I love that. I mean, you're giving, reissue mini tweed. Yeah, 19.
Yeah.
I'll go with 19.
Me too.
Kat, do you crossbody your YSL bag? If so, does the leather tab shift when you wear it back to front, or like the 19? Okay. So the leather strap is actually quite long. So let me. Does it shift back and forth? A little bit, but it's still. So let me just come up.
I think your leather tab is longer, so it still stays on your shoulder.
Yeah, there's like space here, and it's still at the back, like it's half of my collarbone. So if I shift, unless I shift it like this way, but if it's at the side, it's fine. So it's quite a long leather tab. It's as long as the bag.
And your bag is 11 inch wide too. Is pretty wide. Okay. Luxy Chic, would you buy designer face masks? I know LV is coming out with 3 designs, 2 for women, 1 for men. I'm debating if I want them.
No.
I don't think I would. I make them already. Why would I buy them?
No. Go on to Amazon or eBay and buy the printed versions.
You know what? That's what my friend, but she didn't buy from Amazon. My friend bought me these. They're obviously not from LV, but there's an LV print on them. Actually, no, this one I made. So this one I made myself. I use a real ribbon. But my best friend, she bought me these.
Oh my gosh!
I know, they're super cute. I mean, they're just two layers, and they're polyester. They're not even cotton, but they're really cute. She knows that I love Chanel and LV. She wanted to buy me Chanel, but they were already sold out, so she bought me these.
Oh my god!
So yeah, I wouldn't buy the, not because I have these. It's not because of I have these, but just because I would just save the money for like an SLG. If anything, like I would rather save the money for a pair of earrings or something. That's what I would do. Bags and Bunny, I worry about damaging the leather on the Lulu when I pull the magnet with force. I always stick my fingers way in. Oh, yeah.
Cradle magnet. Yeah. I think that's what I'm doing, like subconsciously. I'm like putting my finger all the way in and then like pulling it. Oh, it just hit my own face.
Oh gosh. I don't think I would. I think I would get pretty annoyed at this, actually.
Yeah. See? Mm. So you're right, because sometimes I'm not thinking about it. I'm just like hooking my finger in and pulling. But I'm still fairly mindful. But I know that it's definitely one of those things that some people like the magnet being so strong. I wish it was a little better.
Oh, it would drive me crazy. Oh my gosh, it would. Okay, Maria, the Chanel 19 preempts several forward-thinking brands. Shoulder strap, soft structure leather, upmarket, cool, elegant, luxurious leather shoulder bag, set upper standards in the category. Yeah. I love your comments. They're so well thought out. This is where you get.
Kat, where do you buy your LV PM agenda inserts from? LV.
Oh, you still buy the original, huh? I don't have
It's it's like my yearly treat for my stationeries. It's so ridiculously stupid money, but because I know I'm using it every day in the whole year, I kind of think it's worth it, because it's not like something that I just write everything. I use it. So yeah.
No, I think if you use it, then it's worth it, because I used to have, I tried owning the LV agendas. I owned 2 different small, like the small size. I get excited about it the first week, and then I don't write in it. I'm not a person that writes. I write on a lot of pieces of paper because I toss them around and I throw them. Like I literally write and I cross things out. I'm not a neat. It's not true that I'm not a neat writer, but I just don't write anymore. Like I'm so used to technology. I'm so used to entering everything on my phone. I'm just not that type of person who writes everything. So I tried, but I feel like if you do actually use it, because I know a lot of people still write on a daily basis on something, then it's worth it.
Yeah.
But how do you feel about, because I know some years the paper, like maybe like the glazing is not as good, blah blah blah. Does that bother you?
This year is such a disappointment. when I got the wait, hang on. But everything about this is disappointing. Even LV's paper is disappointing. Can you just see this disgusting yellow thing? Like, oh my gosh, wait.
Because I think that there was one year it was gold, right? It was so pretty.
Yeah, so it's yellow, like post-it yellow rim. For years, it was either silver or gold, and it's just when you look at it from the side, you're like, oh, so nice. And then this year, they decided to do yellow fellow. I'm like, why?
I wonder why. Oh,
why?
wow.
I know. It's not even. Oh man, it's like yellow paper.
Why did they do that?
Saving money.
That's no good. No. Okay, so the following 2 questions are for you. How does the YSL puffer fare in the rain? And also, do you know if the black hardware on the YSL will chip?
Okay. So I'll answer the second one, because before I purchased this, I was talking to a few people, including a ex-YSL associate. And she said the black hardware chips. And if any of you have the black on black, just be careful. Because I was actually considering the white with the gold, which I love. And then, or the black on black, which is very cool. The only thing that with black on black is it's very monochrome. But once I talked to her and she told me that it chips, I kind of like crossed it up. I'm like, okay, done. Don't even think about it anymore. So I went with the black first. I think this is definitely a safer color. It's such a big bag, and you're rubbing it along your body. So yeah, I do love the white, but the black is definitely a safer option. And with the hardware, no chipping.
True, true, true. Have
And
you
your
worn
other
it in
question
rain
was
yet?
rain. Sorry?
In rain. Have you worn yours in the rain yet? Because I have.
No, I don't think I've been caught in the rain yet. Caught in the rain yet.
You can let them
I
know
am
later
expecting it to happen.
if you get caught in the rain.
I think with any bag, if you're caught in the rain with leather, you need to immediately wipe it down. Doesn't have to be the puffer bag, but any bag. Take your shirt, rub it quickly, because you don't want water to absorb into the leather. Yeah. But I will let you all know when I get caught in the rain. It will happen because I live in Singapore. It rains all the time.
But I did get mine caught in the rain, the Chanel 19, and it was actually quite heavy rain. But it was literally just running from like coming out of the restaurant and running to the car. But it was because it was such heavy rain, the bag was very, very wet. Stamp the leather right away, like stamp out the water. It dried off perfectly fine. So I kind of had a heart attack because I knew it was lambskin. But because it's a shiny lambskin, it has a coating, it was perfectly fine. But I still don't recommend it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I really don't like it. But I did get caught in the rain and it was fine. Just as long as you try to dry it off right away. Let it dry. Well, dry off the excess water, absorb the excess water, and then let it dry.
Totally.
Okay, this is a great question. So Bianca is asking, if you were to see the Chanel 19 for the first time in its current price, would you still buy it?
Wow. That's a good question. Before you answer this, I was talking to my husband, like once in a blue moon, I tell him about my bag prices, and he's like, "What?" But I was telling him, I said that the Chanel prices are so crazy already, and I said, how can anyone buy a Chanel jumbo now, which cost over 10,000 Singapore dollars? When I got my jumbo, it was just under 7,000, maybe 6,900, I think, because the conversion about 6,900. Now it's like it's close to the 11. No, wait, is it close to the 11,000 mark? I think it's close to the 11,000 mark.
Yes, it is here anyway.
Oh my gosh! So, and he just said to me, I said, how if I'm starting today to buy the Chanel jumbo, it is like so far away. But he said to me, but people don't know the prices before, so that's the price they see today, so they'll buy it. I'm like, oh, okay, fun.
No, but he's right though.
He's right though.
Right, because if you're just starting now, let's say you just came out of college, got your first job, and you started saving money. This is the current price. This is where you're starting off, and this is where it's just gonna go up still, right? For us, we've been around for a while. Like, yeah, we've
been around the block.
We've been buying bags for a few years now, so like we know the older prices from a few years back. But just because, yeah, he's totally right. It's all relative. So to answer Bianca's question, I feel like for me personally, I would still buy it, only because the Chanel 19 is still a new-ish bag. It's only been around a year and a half, a year or so, because it literally just came back. It came out in fall, winter last year. So it's only been a whole year plus one season. It's still in the beginning price. Yes, it has some price increases. My bag went up by like 10% now, but it's still okay. The longer I wait, the more it will go up. So I would rather buy it. If I really wanted one, I would rather just buy it when I can afford it. If it's now, then I buy it now. Then yes, I would say yes. However, if you ask me the same question, but the classic flap, I would say maybe no, because I just know how much it has gone up. The only maybe exception I would make for a classic flap is, like I said earlier, too, if it's in a color or that season for some reason it's such a beautiful color or whatever, leather, I don't know, then I'll make the exception, because I'll just get the one and it'll be my forever bag, you know? Yeah. That's how I look at it.
Yeah. But she's saying, like, if you're seeing it for the first time though, so like the Chanel Classic, you're seeing that price, whatever the price is right now, you're seeing it for the first time. You won't get it?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
The first time, like forever, like never. I've never bought any bags, like luxury bags before.
Like never, you don't even know that it cost 6,000-7,000 previously. Today is the day.
See. If I'm just starting off now, then yeah, I will get it.
See?
And if it's the bag that I want, yes, I will get it. Because I'm just starting my collection.
That's true.
I still have many, many years to go. If I don't start now, where am I going to start? When am I going to start?
True.
Why wait if I can start now? I don't know. We're crazy. Don't listen to us.
Kat, go and get your Gabrielle. The small looks good when I saw it in store. I'm so tempted. You know, I think I'm manifesting it. I swear, I'm manifesting the Gabrielle bag, because as we are talking, my Chanel essay is texting me. She's like, long time, haven't seen you. I'm like, oh my God, get away from me.
I think these are all the same questions. They're all for you. Which size you want?
Okay, so actually, I have tried the medium Gabrielle, the new medium Gabrielle bag, and I agree that it's definitely a better size for me, like in terms of what I can put inside. But in terms of the cute look, the small still is wow. Like, this is my take on the small and the new medium and the medium that I had. So with the medium that I had, great size, tons of things I could put inside. But because it's so big and tall, the slouch is quite significant, right? Because the top is just, it will sink. And the bottom hard case is very large. So it you know, that little bottom bit, it looks very big. So with the new medium size, yes, they have shrunk it, but I feel like they didn't shrink the bottom hard case enough. It still looks quite significantly large. And when I wore it, it still looks quite big on me. I don't know. I just feel like even though it has a better size for things that I want to put inside, the small still looks cute because the case at the bottom is like thinner. It's more cohesive to the whole bag. The new medium, the hard case at the bottom it doesn't look so seamless. Like they should have shrunk it. Maybe like, talk to me, 1 centimeter smaller. It still looks a little bit too big for the bag. Anyway.
Oh, I didn't know that you actually want the small now.
I don't know.
Just get it.
I need to try it again because practical brain says new medium. The heart says small, girl, just downsize.
The small is really not that bad. Like I said, it's actually because it has more height than the rectangular mini. But no, yeah, you did have a mini. You had a square mini before.
Oh yeah.
So it fits more than that, and a lot more easy than. But I'm thinking about downsizing because I'm such like I'm so good at downsizing, which is for me the square mini is the perfect mini bag. But I would say the next best mini bag that is much more comfortable would be the Gabrielle Small. It's so easy. It's like you still have to sort of downsize, but it's so much easier. And it's still because it has more height than the square or the rectangle mini. Oh, just get it, just get it, just get it.
I bet everybody's like, just get it, Kat. Stop it. Okay. How do you
How do you
your
store
bag?
your bag? I store mine lying, just standing up with the Samorga organizer inside. That's it.
Same.
Nothing new, nothing extra. How about yours?
And we should, because the bottom is flat. If you store it like this, you're squishing the puffs, right? So it should be stored like this with stuffing or an organizer.
I agree. Did you see the new collection online? The new cruise collection? Yeah, I didn't even know it was out because this year has been so weird that even the Chanel collection, we haven't even received all the 20K stuff yet. So the 2020 Fall Winter Act 2. Our store hasn't even received all of the stuff yet because I'm still waiting on some stuff. But the cruise is already out, coming out. Okay, thoughts on the new cruise collection, Chanel 19 colors. It seems like pinks have become a constant cruise theme. True, yes. I
haven't seen it.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, it's a lot of pastel, like pinks. There's some light blue. I remember there's a purple. I'm not a very pastel person. Like, I'm not drawn to like all these pastel colors because I'm either black or white or gray or red. Those are my colors. Or brown, like LV is fine. So I'm not super drawn to myself, although there are things that I saw in the collection that I really did like. And I was going to make like a commentary video about it. It's just going to be based on the website. Yeah.
There's some.
I also looked at the ready to wear also. There is the jackets that I did like. There was one jacket that was purple I did like, but I don't want to buy it in purple. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm just personally not a pastel person. Nothing against it. I just prefer buying the main colors I like. Shanna, yes, resale value for other luxury brands apart from LV, Chanel, Hermes is discounted to 50% or more. Yes, definitely. Maybe not necessarily 50%, but
it's not necessarily 50, but it's definitely in the 20% and more. Like it will definitely be discounted. Okay, and yeah, sucks. But don't sell your bags.
Exactly. Do not sell your bags. Don't buy to sell.
Yeah, don't buy with the mindset that you will resell your bag. So Connie, I'm not selling my puffer bag. But if I am, you can come and talk to me.
Yeah.
But it won't be 50%, okay?
Just follow our Instagram. That's where we post it. Because it's like probably the fastest way to get the news out and to get connected. Kat, I agree with you. I struggle to style my small classic flap with a casual look.
I've seen a lot of ladies in Singapore. They dress very casually, and then they have the black classic flap with gold hardware, maybe in the small or the medium large. It looks fabulous, but I just feel there's a little disconnect between a very casual jeans, shorts, t-shirt, slippers, and then you've got this like uber luxurious, chic classic flap that goes. It just like, I'm like, whoa, and then it looks as if the bag is wearing you because it's it's so different. But it's a look. You know, it's a look. It's not that you can wear anything you want. It's just that I feel like with the classic flaps, they really they need to be styled a little bit.
Oh, I totally agree with your comment about it looks like the bag is wearing you, because sometimes if nothing wrong, like honestly, who's gonna judge you if they do whatever? It's none of your business anyway. But it's yeah, it's just the look. It's just a look. If you're comfortable wearing your shorts and your t-shirts with a classic flap, go right ahead. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, but it's just your own style, I guess, whether you feel like it's cohesive or not, and it's all relative. Yeah.
You gotta pull it off, you know? It's like
Yeah.
if you're confident, you can wear anything, and the bag's like, wow, sure, definitely. But for me personally, when I wear my jean shorts and my slippers, you know, the one I go to the beach with, I just feel like I find it, for me personally, hard to style a very classic looking bag. I would always somehow gravitate more to a little bit more softer bag, casual bag. Yeah.
Oh, I totally agree. I think the amount of times that I pulled out my jumbo flap and thinking of wearing it, first of all, the size is way too big. Now I know. But second of all, yeah, it's just too formal. There's a different time and space for this bag. Whereas my other bags, I think there's either a playfulness to it, or maybe the size is mini, so you can kind of get away with it. Then you can kind of really dress it down or dress it up, which is why I prefer them too. But totally agree. Okay, Linda, puffer bags are definitely a look. I have the Bottega Paddock cassette. Oh yeah, that's a nice one. Loving the edgy, trendy look. Chanel prices are too crazy.
Yeah, it's too
Not
crazy.
gonna disagree.
Too crazy.
This is for you, Kat.
YSL Nikki bag or the Lulu? Which would be your pick? The Lulu, not this puffer Lulu, right? The other Lulu that we showed.
I would assume she means the regular Lulu, yeah.
Okay. For me personally, my preference, I don't like both of the bags, by the way, but if I had to pick, so straightforward, I would go with the Nikki, despite it having that sinking feel, because the Lulu, the one that I'm thinking of, so I just want to make sure we're thinking of the same thing before I insult the bag and then get into trouble. Wait, let's just take a look. Is the Lulu the one that is a more classy version of this puffer bag?
The Lulu is just, yeah, it's the same bag as yours, but the quilts are not, like the quilts is just really puffy, and it's not the, yeah, that one.
Okay. It looks a little,
as far as I know.
Okay, so the Lulu to me, I love the chain. Okay, so I'm gonna say things that I like about it. I love the chain. I think it has like a separate, small separator inside. Between the Nikki, this bag looks a little swollen for me. It looks very, yeah, it's like not in a good pillowy way. It just looks very like a bao. It's a little swollen. So when I wear it, it looks like it's sticking out from my body a little bit too much. And because it's squarish, it just looks like a square pillow on my body, but not in a good way. Whereas for the Nikki, because it's a thinner material, it's more casual, slouchy look. Yeah, I feel like I prefer the Nikki look to the puffer look, to the Lulu look.
That's an interesting answer. I didn't know what my answer would be, but I like listening to what you said, because the Lulu, I've only tried it in the velvet version, which is not as puffy as the leather version.
Yeah, let's see if
So
there's a picture.
the velvet version was fine.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
it's very puffy, but not
Yeah.
in a slouchy puffy way. It's very structured puffy. So
Yeah.
because it's so structured puffy, it's just gadish, one thing there. But it's nice. But for me, I think I want it to have a bit more softness to it. So the Nikki, I believe, is thinner and just kind of like molds to the body a little bit better. Yeah, yep.
I agree. Totally agree with what you said. The next one, I think you answered it earlier, but maybe Christine missed it. She's asking about whether you've thought about getting the all black one, I guess the all black puffer bag. She's struggling between the hardwares. I'm sure you answered it. We kind of talked about the whether the hardware chips, and you answered it.
I think even if even if the hardware doesn't chip, I'm not a fan of the black on black, but I'm not I considered it because I like the cool vibe. You know, it goes together with the whole puffer, black on black, very monochrome thing. But honestly, black on black or just one monochrome, even from Chanel and all, is not my preference. It's too seamless. It's too flat. There's no contrast. And I like a little bit of contrast. So I only considered it because it was cool looking. It kind of goes with the whole biker vibe. But it's not a preference, yeah. But then when I found out it chips, I'm like, okay, nah, don't even think about it.
Yeah. I wonder how common though. Like, is it because some of the clients had it chipped, or she just knows that it can happen,
Yeah,
but won't happen as of like that's if you see her next time, you can ask her.
I will ask her. Yeah, I will ask her. She said that it's beautiful and all, but if it chips, they actually, I mean, it will chip, and then you have to replace the hardware. So, yeah, I don't know. I think because it's a coating, right? It's a coating that is on top of maybe a silver or something. So if you're really rough with it, it probably will chip.
Yeah. It makes sense though. Okay, so Connie, if I could only have either the 19 or the classic flap, I would go for the fun bag first. After the fun is over, I will sell it and get the classic one. Haha, what do you think? Totally. I don't know. I guess the way I looked at it is I will get the fun bag first only because I know I will get more use out of it. That's number one. And also, I'm not such a stickler as to I must have a classic flop in my collection. I don't have to have one. I'm okay with that. So as long as you're okay with that, or you might be the total opposite. You might be just all about classic flaps, and that's totally fine too. So that's your style. That's what you carry. That's what you should do. But if you're not, and you're a little bit more kind of, like me, then yeah, I totally would get the Chanel 19 first. What about you?
I think, my mind changes now and then. Like right now, today, and for the past few months, I'm all about the fun bags. I'm like, okay, that's it. I'm so sick and tired of the don't say boring, like the standard bags. Though I know the logical brain in me tells me they hold their value better, they are more everlasting, and all the ticks in the book of luxury. But no, man, the fun bags are fun. That's why they're fun bags. So I think I would definitely go for the fun bag first.
Yeah.
By the way, I found a picture of the Nikki. Let's see. You see, it's sort of like more.
It has more of a It has more of a similar vibe to the puffer bag.
Yeah, and it's thin, so it's softer,
Yeah.
which is why I prefer it. But there are some issues with the Nikki as well. But just between the two, it just looks a little bit more soft and casual. It's nice.
Yeah. Totally understand. Yeah, this is so true. I think Hong Kong is the cheapest to buy Chanel bags as far as I know, because um there's no sales tax in Hong Kong, as far as I know. So that alone helps. And for some reason, even with the price being kind of globalized, it's still cheapest in Hong Kong. And yeah, in Canada, it's the taxes. It's
Singapore
the
as well.
like the price that you see, you have to also mentally add. You just know that it's not that price. Basically, it's never that price. You have to always add, round it up. Here it's 12% in BC, but in Quebec it's 15%. It's like, even 3%, I'm happy. I'm saving 3% compared to where I used to live.
Wow, that's a lot,
crazy.
man. A lot.
Yeah, it's crazy here. Okay, TT, I won't pay for a boy or classic at the current prices, knowing the prices a few years ago. Chanel 19 is not too far away from initial yet. Yep.
That's true.
That's
That's
kind of
true.
how I feel. Yeah.
That's true. It's not that far away yet.
Yeah, it has had an increase, but it's just, it's still okay.
Kat, I dare
Yeah.
not even tell my hubby about the price of LV canvas. So never ever will tell him about the Chanel price.
So true.
Maybe they hear it, like my husband hears it, but he doesn't really comprehend, like, what did she just say? And I'm like moving on, like a train. He cannot store the information long enough. So he's like, haha, no, don't worry about it. And you're like, okay, don't worry about it.
I will say something a little opposite. It's true that I also feel the same way about, telling hubby how much they like everything really is. So
Really is.
but I still tell him, because the more you do it, the more he gets used to it. It's like his expectation has moved from here to here already.
That's true.
So the next time you buy something, especially if it's cheaper, then you're like, oh, it's only 3,000. It's true. That's kind of what I do now.
That's true. That's true. I mean, like, that's a good point. Actually, I think, in the past 10 years, I have slowly thrown in this like little bombs. Like, it's only, first it started, like, it's only 5. They're 5. And then it's, 1,000. Oh my gosh. Okay. Like, throw in. Like, just the last conversation, it's 11,000. He's like, yeah, but they'll still buy it. I'm like,
I know sometimes they encourage you to buy it, right? Like sometimes, especially if you've been looking and mulling after it, he knows that you're looking at something and that you're thinking about it. He might just say, why don't you just buy it? Like, stop thinking about it. Just buy it.
just buy it. Just buy it. Yeah. How much is it? No, I don't have to know. You don't have to know.
Yeah. Oh, I love this. Yes. I know Kat too. We also look forward to every weekend. It's just this
So
live
fun.
stream. The Luxies, you're the real deal.
And you've been enjoying it. Don't leave us without a thumbs.
Yes, and please don't forget to subscribe to both our channels to never miss an episode. Of course, there's also our regular content. Shameless plug. Okay, Miranda, Kat, since you own the Dior Montaigne, do you prefer it over the Bobby?
Wow, good question. I've tried the Bobby and I like the Montaigne. I mean, I've got the Montaigne and sold it. Ooh. I think I prefer the look of the Montaigne than the Bobby. It looks different. The Bobby is quite a standard saddlebag look, except that it's Dior. So between the look, I prefer the Montaigne. But if you're thinking of functionality in terms of use, actually the Bobby is more practical because the Bobby has a bit more space compared to the Montaigne. The Montaigne, though it looks big, like looks like a bag that can fit a lot of things, you actually need to play with you need to be a bit, play Tetris with it a bit because it's quite slim in the interior. Whereas the Bobby, I think because of the shape, it's a little bit more like, I don't like to use the word swollen, but the bag's a little bit bigger. You can fit a little bit more without worrying that, oh, I need to adjust here, adjust there. Yeah. So which do I don't know if I prefer it over the Bobby, but it's more practical in terms of space. But the look of the Montaigne is better.
It's kind of like give or take. Like,
yeah,
do you
give or
want the
take.
look more, or do you
Yeah.
want the space more?
Yeah, I think if you get the Montaigne, you might be able to use the Montaigne more as well because the strap can be removed. You can use the Montaigne as a clutch because of the shape, whereas the Bobby, you can't do that. So if you want the bag to have more usage, the Montaigne is, I think you get a little bit more with the Montaigne. Because you can take out the strap. Apparently, you can use the strap as a belt, which I've never tried. The Bobby just looks like any other bag.
You know, all these other ways that you can wear a bag, you know, I know people talk about it, especially in their reviews, and you just said it also. But how likely are you really going to do it though? Like, how likely are you really going to remove the strap, wear it as a belt, or even use the bag as a clutch? Like, really, how likely?
Never.
I feel like it's never.
But it's good to know. It's good
Yes,
to
true.
know.
It's true. It's good to know, yes. But I always feel like yeah, I always feel like even when I can do something about with my bags, like wear it a different way, I just never do it. Maybe I try it once and then I go back to never.
Yeah, totally. It's like my boy bag. When I got it and the essay said, oh, you could actually pull the strap and make it shorter or longer. And honestly, I've never done it. I've never done it. And then they say you can, and then bags that are like, you can shorten the strap by tying it here. Never done it.
So true. So true. Okay. William. I style the beige classic flat medium with denim. The beige is more versatile, less formal looking compared to the black with gold hardware. Beige goes well with denim color. Yes. I think I see I think I understand what you're saying because this is probably why I kept saying that unless it's a classic flap in a really beautiful color that I love, I feel like black is always the safe color. There's no denying a black bag is beautiful and you can never go wrong. You really can't. But I don't want it, especially because the classic flap is so expensive already. If I'm going to buy one, I mean, if I'm going to start with my first one, I want it to be not black anymore. I used to think I wanted black one, but now I don't. I just want a different color, a gray or something.
Gray, yes.
Yeah.
I think the black makes the classic, the black with the classic yellow 22 karat kind of yellow gold. It gives off that very classic vibe, like as compared to the colored versions where sometimes they have silver hardware, they have gold tone, champagne tone hardware, something a little bit more soft. And it just makes it a little bit easier to style. And I think the beige, because the bag is beige, definitely looks, you can dress it down with anything. Denim. Yeah. I think I would go with beige.
I totally see where you're coming from. Ivy Lim. Totally makes sense. Okay, I think we kind of commented about this. I live in a cold climate, often wear a puffer coat in the winter. I'm worried that a puffer coat and a YSL puffer bag worn together will look weird. What do you think? I think you just have to try it.
Yeah, I think you have to try. I can imagine it in my head, like sort of visualize like a big puffer jacket, and then you got this puffer bag as well. It definitely looks very puffy, but maybe you could pull it off. Who knows?
Yeah, try it because you never know. Um, Mine looks fine with the 19. I feel like the 19 has been really versatile so far. Like, can be summer, it can be winter. And I'm noticing that we're almost at the 2-hour mark, so I'm gonna be answering the last few questions, and plus Kat is probably really hungry. So definitely don't forget the thumbs up on both our channels. Okay, Connie, oh, is that a continuation of a previous question? But I would
Yeah,
prefer
it's
the
the
Lulu.
Lulu versus Nikki, and she prefers the Lulu over the Nikki because
Choi.
the Nikki look like ham choi. I agree. I agree. So the Nikki, because it's the aged leather, it's very wrinkly. It's almost like crepe paper. And where you're saying that it looks like salted vegetables, it's because it's like it does a little bit look. It looks crepey.
Actually, you know what's funny? I just saw this. Puffer equals Michelin Man. I feel like the Lulu is Michelin Man. The
Yeah,
puffer is deflated Michelin Man.
the Lulu is like Michelin Man when you first bought it. It's like
Yeah.
kaboom. And then as you wear it and you squish it, and you hang it in your cupboard for a few times, and then it comes like this.
Yeah. And then I just saw this comment too. The prices of classic styles are really so out of reach now. Every time I ask about a brand new one, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's why I'm buying pre-love. Yeah, yeah, totally agree. Don't disagree at all. Which is why if I'm gonna get a classic flap, if like I said, it has to be the perfect one, perfect color, perfect size, perfect everything. And I'm probably just gonna get one, maybe
Yeah.
two, but why go there if I'm gonna start my Hermes journey, you know? It's not gonna start anytime soon because I'm not going out. And if you guys live in North America, you know that the cases, everything is going really badly. We might be going back in a full lockdown actually, but
Oh man.
yeah. Well, it's not confirmed yet, but they're saying that at this rate, every 13 days in BC, especially, but other provinces are even worse. Like our province was supposed to be the model province, but not anymore. They say every 13 days, if it continues like this, it's gonna double the number of cases. So it's kind of exponentially going up, right? So not looking forward to the winter for sure. But yeah, next year, hopefully, next year we can go shopping. Hopefully we can go travel, and don't know about the vaccine. They say 90% effective. I don't know what that means. Why the 10% is not working.
What's happened to the 10%?
Exactly. It's like the 10%
Nobody
is
talks
not
about the
working.
10%.
But yeah, so those were all the questions. Thank you all so much for joining us. Of course, next week is going to be on Kat's channel at the same time. So 8 p.m. Pacific time, 12 noon
Yes,
in
noon.
Singapore, Hong Kong time. So make sure to join us next week and make sure to subscribe to both our channels. Thank you so much. And we'll talk to you guys again very soon.
Bye.
Bye, guys.